I'm divorced, so I can give this advice. Hi guys, my name is Laurie Brown. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about finding the right person to marry. Right, this topic is going to be a bit wild because I know I'm going to get split opinions when it comes down to this. Okay, I'm somebody who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got married, had the child, now I'm divorced. I'm going to tell you my learning experience and what advice I followed, which got me into the situation in the first place. So when it comes to finding a partner, a lot of women have been told that you should marry someone that loves you more than you love them. And I'm here to tell you now that I think that's absolute bollocks. When it comes to marriage, we have our roles as men and women, right? I'm talking about heterosexual marriages here, where the women are the ones normally bearing the children, cooking, cleaning, looking after the house, and the men normally bring in the majority of the income and also look after the family, making sure that their basic needs are met. We can fall in love and it could be such a painful experience when that relationship ends that the next person that we end up with is somebody that we can be around, but we don't have that deepness or that connection with them, because we're actually scared of getting hurt again. And when you settle down with someone, that's exactly what you're doing. You can see somebody as a nice person and you get along with them fine, but there isn't something that really keeps you gelled to them because there isn't a deep connection. What tends to happen is that after the honeymoon phase in any relationship is over, reality starts to sit in and you get into the real world. When you are in that real world, you now have to do things and they feel like chores. Because I have experienced a level of love that made me want to do more for someone, I understood that the level of love I had for this person wasn't as intense as it was before. And so now when I'm doing things, whether I'm cooking, cleaning, doing the washing and ironing, I'm doing it from a place of duty rather than from a place of love. I'm cooking because as a wife I need to make sure there's food on the table, and there's nothing wrong with that. The way that my mum cooked, she cooked out of love for me. If it was a good meal, I used to ask my mum, how did you make this? And she'll always respond, I made it out of love. Because when you care about someone deeply, when you're in love with someone deeply, you do things at a different level, you guys. And I want you to learn from my mistake when it comes to it. My advice now would be, make sure that you love yourself first before you enter a relationship and love someone else. We can't control what other people do. We can only control how we respond to situations. But don't cheat yourself out of having a deep connection and deep love just for the sake of societal pressures. I mean, it's easy for me to say because I've had my child and I'm a single mum now, and I could have saved myself a lot of heartache if I actually went for what I wanted in life. But sometimes we can be excited about the date rather than the person. But when you know you're excited about the person, you can do anything from just Netflixing and chilling to going for a walk to even just going to the cinema or even just going to the grocery store together. I want to ask you this question. Are you in love with the person that you're with, or are you just content with the position that that person plays because it just makes it easier for you? What also happens in a relationship like that is that when you have your disagreements, because they will definitely come, and you have to compromise, you're going to be even more stubborn because you're not going to let your guard down. If something makes sense to you in a relationship to do it your way, I promise you're going to put your foot down. But when you're in love with someone and you actually consider that person, you make decisions differently. I want to run this analogy past you, which you may have heard of. Someone picked a flower from the ground and said that they loved the flower. And someone responded and said, no, you don't love the flower. You have love for the flower. Because if you love the flower, you would want to water it, you would want it to grow. You wouldn't pick it because now it's practically dead. You don't want to nourish the flower for it to grow into the biggest, brightest flower that it could possibly be. That's how relationships are. When you're in love with someone, you want them to be the best version of themselves, and you want to pour into them everything possible because their happiness really is your happiness. But when you are picking somebody out of convenience for the time in your life that you're there, you pick them like you're picking them from the ground, and you expect them to just play that role because that's what you want from them. So you can imagine the relationships between the man who picked the flower and a man who actually waters the flower, how it feels for the flower to actually blossom. When you're picking out convenience, you miss a couple things. Because what it means for it to be convenient means that it doesn't have to be the best thing. Imagine you've got a sports event to go to and you have to buy some trainers and you've only got your supermarket to go to because all the other shops are closed around you, like the sports shops. You can go in there and pick up a pair of trainers for like £12. But after the event, you're going to throw them away. But they served you for the convenient time that you needed them. In the moment, it feels so right because it feels so aligned. But it doesn't mean that it is. So if I get into a long-term committed relationship ever again, I want to make sure that I'm in love. I want to make sure that I really want to be with that person beyond the convenience of having them in my life. And I'm willing to wait, and I'm willing to make sure that I pick the right person, because that level of love is what I want to experience. Because from my perspective, you're better off on your own until you find the right person for you. Nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody is going to be 100% what you're looking for. But what I know is that if you're compatible and you share the same values, and every time that you see them, your energies attract and connect, and they make you smile, and they're kind to you without even speaking, and they hug you without even touching you, that's when you know you want to be with someone. Thank you guys for listening to my video, and I shall see you in my next one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say this. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because I really need your help. I've got so much that I want to say, and if you help me grow this community, I'll definitely give back to you. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.